He did Facebook recently, and he added me on Facebook. We started talking. He said, "Can we meet?" I went to meet him, and he said, "Look, Tony, I've been retired for about 6 years because sadly his wife passed away, and he retired for 6 years." And he said, "Tony, listen, can I want to make a comeback. I want to start doing shows again. Can I do shows with you?" And I said to him, "Yeah, of course, that would be great." And that's how we started then, about 3 years ago now.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great story.
Yeah, he used to pull buses and trucks with his teeth. I think the heaviest he pulled ever was about 13 tons with his teeth.
Wow.
Bus. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's different as well, because he does different. He's a different type of strongman, He does with his teeth. He pulls with his ponytail. He used to pull buses and trucks with his ponytail as well. So it's different, Amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I've seen some of the stuff, in the videos. He's doing some of the like the block breaking and brick breaking on the body.
Yeah. What he does is we have in Malta we have limestone. The whole island is full of limestone, and there's these building blocks. It's a standard building block. It's like 40 kilos, and we put it on his stomach, and then we have a trained builder who knows how to break the stone, and he'll smash the stone in half on his stomach, like the old-time strongman used to do as well.
Yeah, that's super cool. That I would like to see a full show. That sounds awesome.
Right. He also breaks a smaller one on his head. They split it in half on his head. Smaller block, and they break it on his head.
Oh, that's cool.
It's quite dangerous, but he knows how to. He trains crunches a lot, like 600 crunches, and he's got a strong abdominal area, so you can take the blows.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't risk it myself. But it's brave. It's very brave. Very brave. Fearless.
So, just from talking to you, setting up the podcast and everything, you had mentioned training and that you really hadn't been in a gym. Can you tell us about kind of like how your training is, just like an overview and what you do to prepare for these sorts of things?
At home I have like dumbbells, I have some weights and stuff, nothing major. But I mean, mainly I just go out and train when I get a chance. I go out in the field, I lift stones, stone carry, overhead press, stone to the shoulder, even like deadlifts with stones, and mainly stone work I do, mainly with stones. But I train dumbbell as well. My personal best on the dumbbell is overhead press is 113 kilo, the most I ever lifted, one hand. 113.
Oh wow.
Which, I mean, not bad for. I'm natural and I'm only 255 pounds. I'm not like a giant.
Yeah.
So it's nearly my body weight. I'm not big, so.
Very cool. Yeah, and I've seen you do a lot of like one-arm pressing feats in your shows as well.
Yeah, nearly in every show I do human dumbbell, lifting. I've even seen you do it, John, several times. Lifting people with the bell, with the weightlifting belt, and just lifting with one hand. But usually we lift a bit lighter, like up to 80, 90 kilos at most, because it's much harder than lifting obviously with a dumbbell with a bar. It's much easier to lift than a person with the belt. So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the person, the weight doesn't, it never goes where you want it to.
No, it's very awkward, very awkward.
And I think you do. I've seen like a pinky lift overhead with a keg or a propane tank or.
With the gas bottle, the gas bottle. They're usually 25 kilos, but they're a bit awkward, to lift. On my pinky, I think I can press about 43 kilo the most I've ever pressed on my pinky. 43.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good. That's pinky lifts are hard.
Pinky lifts are hard, painful.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, what do you think your favorite feat is right now that you're doing in your shows and whatnot?
I like them all, really. I like everything. Because everything is different. I enjoy everything, really.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What about the crowds? Do you kind of have something that you end the shows with as like the big finale or something along those lines?
It depends. Sometimes we have big crowds. Sometimes we have smaller crowds. Depends on the event, and how many people are there. Sometimes we have big crowds, though. Sometimes we have smaller crowds. He did Facebook recently. And he added me on